What's going on, guys? My name is Tommy Zamp, and I play guitar with Led Zeppelin tribute "Get the Lead Out." And I just had a really bad gig, you know. And when I say I had a really bad gig, I mean I had one song that I had a major flub in, and it's like it's it's driving me nuts, you know. And I mean, as embarrassing as it is for me to actually admit my faults, I'm that kind of person. I don't like to admit when I'm wrong, but I mean, there's no hiding it. And I'm certainly not going to go ahead and say that it was somebody else's fault or try and make excuses. But it did make me literally 5 seconds ago think maybe this would be a good video for the YouTube channel to try, kind of maybe just go off the cuff here for a minute. And maybe some of you have had bad gigs, you know, and how do you get over it? And how do you just I consider myself the kind of player who is like 99.99999% on all the time. I'm overly prepared. I know everything that I'm supposed to do. I have everything worked out in my head. And for us, I get the set list usually when I wake up in the morning for what the gig is going to be. Sometimes I'll get it for like, if we got 3 or 4 shows in a row, maybe I'll get all of them at once. So it gives me some time. Either way, it doesn't matter. I've been doing this gig long enough. It's not like I'm learning material, you know what I mean? Like, you know what the parts are, you figure it out, and you work them, and then you go do your job. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to go on stage and go do my job. That's what I get paid to do. And when I was talking to some of the guys after the show too. Now, I guess I should preface this with, I should explain to you what I did in the song that we were playing. And so you have a little bit of a backstory instead of me just rambling on in the video. Okay, so we are in Santa Barbara, California. Sunny, beautiful Santa Barbara. I had a fantastic day. Sound check was great. Everything about the whole day was fantastic. I mean, how can you be in a bad mood in such a beautiful place in the country? It's hard until you do what I did tonight, and then it's really easy to be in a bad mood, right? And I guess the other thing too is, I suppose that maybe it's okay to show a little bit of my vulnerability. I'm not super thrilled with myself, because the way I look at it, people are paying money to come see a show. They're not paying money to come see some guy hack his way through a song, which I guess I'm making it sound way worse than I did. So here's what happened. We were playing "You Shook Me" from Led Zeppelin. Go figure, right? And I love playing that song. I play slide on it, and the whole song's going fine. It's grooving. Everyone's doing their thing. It is what it is. And we get to the very end, right? The very end. The very end of the song. And Sinclair and I do the trade-off part, wow, 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 that whole section. And then he does that very last long, elaborate vocal part that's killer. And then I don't have a guitar on me right now. It's everything's in the gear truck. I just literally got back to my hotel room, and I split. I was like, I'm so embarrassed with myself and irritated that I let the band down and the people that came out to the show. That, I don't know. Maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of this than I should be. But the last guitar lick that goes do 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 do, right? Just right. And then the band goes dun dun and ends it. Yeah, no, I went like a couple of dying cats getting eaten by a freaking seagull, like all over the place. It was just wrong. Everything I did was wrong. And the whole time I'm going, my brain is just exploding in the moment, and I'm not even quite sure what the hell I was thinking. I have no idea. Like, I've done this a gazillion times, and I guess it just that hard pill to swallow when you realize like you're a human being, you make mistakes, and it's okay, you know. There's tons of other times I've done the gig or done that song and everything's been totally fine. But man, it just that is, that is a hard pill to swallow when you just kind of go out there to do what you're supposed to do, and it's the very end of that one song, the opening song of the second set, and you fall short. But I didn't just fall short. I nosedove off the cliff. And it was good to talk to the guys afterwards. Talk to Sinclair and talk to Hammond, and it's not something that happens like ever. To be honest with you, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. Of course, I make mistakes. Of course, I little thing here and there. You're playing a live rock and roll show. I mean, and being a human being, you're going to play off the other players. You're going to play off the crowd. You're going to stand differently. You're going to move around. Things are going to be different. You're going to change sometimes how you approach your instrument. But yeah, no, just standing out there in the middle of the stage. Richie's got the spotlight on me, and I just pull the Calamity out of my back pocket and just, I don't know. It's just it's kicking. I feel like I'm kicking myself in the face, and I don't know. Maybe you guys have dealt with this. Maybe if you've had bad gigs, what do you do to get over it? I mean, for me, I think it's like I told them, I was like, I just can't wait to see that song in the set list again, so I can do it and get it out of my system. Because until we play that song again, it's just going to be in the back of my dome, like right here, nagging me, going, "You suck, you suck." And maybe I'm too hard on myself. Maybe I don't allow myself a little bit of leeway like I should, or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I've always been like this. I've always been the type of player that, like, here's the standard, the gold standard. That's where I need to be. I need to be above the gold standard. I need to be above perfect every night. And if I hit perfect for the whole gig, I'm happy. If I go a little bit below it, I'm like, oh man, I have to go back I gotta go back to square one, re-listen to the tune, rework the part out, replay it, play it again until it's right. And the thing is, like, I even before, during intermission, before we went out there to play the song, I grabbed my Les Paul Special, which is a guitar that I play for that tune, and I grabbed the extra slide off the workbox, and I went back, and I ran all the parts that I was worried about. Not worried about, but like, the tricky slide stuff, that intricate working parts throughout that follow the melody around, to follow the vocal, and then there's like the little licks that stand out, how you wrap up the turnaround. And I went over all of it, even at sound check. We ran it at sound check, and I was like, I'm good with this. Let me just do a quick double take because I want to make sure I get everything together. And I'm not making excuses by any stretch of the imagination. I'm taking full responsibility. I hit the clam of clams for the night. The clammy of the clams. I mean, man. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. But we ran it at sound check. And again, I'm not making excuses. We didn't run that very last little lick. It just happened. I was playing the vocal vamp differently with Sinclair. We started laughing about it, and then we just kind of, all right, yeah, we're good. And then when I was running over everything again during intermission, in the green room. I ran all of the parts except that, except for that last little do 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 do, and I can't even hum it right now. That's not even the right way to hum it. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I'm like so in my head about this entire thing right now. It's gonna drive me nuts for days. I know it. It's gonna drive me nuts for days. Yeah. Hey, what are you gonna do, right? I guess you got to blow it off. Blow it off. Blow off some steam a little bit. You know, the worst thing about me, and like I told the guys too, like I feel bad for the people who came out, who wanted to, like, they came to see a show, and I don't know, maybe nobody noticed. That's what a couple of people said, but like I did. I noticed, and I felt like I let I let the fans down, but I'm more irritated because I feel like I let the band down. You know, I made like a major flub that's not acceptable in my book. It's not acceptable. It shouldn't be acceptable in anyone's book. And I mean, and there's nobody to blame but myself. I hit the in the wrong spot, man. That's it. Like my brain said, "Oh, right here." And as soon as I went for it, I was a whole step in the wrong spot. And yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for people who came out to the gig. I'm sorry to, I apologize to the guys in the band. Obviously, it's not something that happens all the time. But man, that sucks. It sucks, man. It sucks having to admit that you're human and you make a mistake. And it's, you know, I suppose it's just something, hopefully, doesn't happen again. But, you know, I am a human being. I make mistakes. You know, I didn't murder somebody's family. You know what I mean? It's not, I don't know. I got to like tone this down a little bit. It's not like the absolute worst thing on the planet, you know? Like, you know, I didn't, you know, no animals were harmed during that crap performance of the last little lick of that song. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, have you guys ever had a crap ass show like that? And that's the thing. Like, the whole show was great. It was just that one little thing, and it's like I just nosedived my entire vibe right off a cliff. But, yeah, it happens. But I think I just gotta, admitting your faults, admitting that you did something wrong, and attacking it with full force and professionalism the next time you go into it, to kind of like wipe the slate clean. I suppose that's the way I'm gonna go after it. I'm sitting here in a hotel room in Santa Barbara by myself, not trying to do the whole like woe is me. I'm just kicking my own self in the ass because of, that's not the standard that I hold myself to. And usually I try and put videos out on this YouTube channel that I think are great, and I'm trying to. Here's how you play certain parts. Here's how you can approach a guitar one way, and maybe maybe it needs to be more of like, hey, I made a major mistake on 1 4-second blip of the outro of one tune out of an entire 22 song night or whatever it is. And but yeah, that's maybe the standard that I hold myself to is a little too extreme. Maybe I should lighten up a little bit. I don't know. You tell me. Tell me what do you think? Other musicians, fellow guitar players. I mean, I feel like everyone has a bad gig. Everyone has a bad night. Everyone plays something that's not right or in the wrong key. You see these reels all the time of, look at James Hetfield's face while Kirk is playing in the wrong key. And, it's just, so it happens. Ironically, I just watched that reel somebody posted. I watched it this afternoon. Coincidental, huh? Yeah, it sucks. It's a tough pill to swallow, but onward and upward. Everyone afterwards said they've had a really great time, so that was great. It's great to see some of you that I haven't seen since last year, and we're off tomorrow, and then we head out to San Diego. We're going to be at Humphreys on the Bay in San Diego on Thursday. So we'll do it again, and just gotta attack these songs full force, play them the way they need to be played, and work on gaining my own self-respect back a little bit. For me personally, 130 shows a year. I think it's been at least a year and a half since I felt like this, so that's I guess that's pretty good stats. It's been a little over a year and a half. I think the last time I had an issue was actually I know exactly when it was. It was a Janus in Florida, March of 2023. During Levy, I had a dirty pot on my Les Paul and the slide thing, and it clinked out, and I tried to move it around, and then it was like I got lost, like that song that I played a million times, but yeah, I guess it's not okay to make mistakes, but I guess it is okay to make mistakes. Just kind of got to blow it off and onward and upward. Anyway, this video's I've just been rambling on. Hopefully it's not been completely boring for you, but yeah. Anyway, thank you guys as always for checking out the channel, watching me do my thing. The continued support is it does not go unnoticed. So I guess my final thoughts, I suppose, would be as far as, I'm not even going to edit this, by the way. I'm just going to post this. I can't believe, I don't know. Maybe I'll just delete this. I don't know if I'm going to actually post this. I'll watch it again. But just trying to be honest, trying to be real. Tonight was not my best night. It was 1 5-second clip of one song. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, it happens. It definitely happens. It happens to some of the best players. I mean, I've gone out and seen my heroes go out on stage and, little clammies creep in every once in a while. Gremlins, whatever you want to call them, but I guess it's how you just push it out to the side and continue to get through the whole night and not let it tear you down. I just let it tear me down after the show because there was plenty of songs that needed to be taken care of before I could come back and spill some tears in my beer, But anyway, I am looking forward to Humphreys. I am looking forward to getting back out on stage. That's the best way, I think. Just get back out there, do it again. And yeah, especially like the next time You Shook Me is in the set and we get through it, that'll be the closure, I suppose, of just brushing it off and moving forward. Because there's more gigs to be played, more fun to be had, and yeah. Thank you for all the continued support. You guys have been amazing. If you're new to my channel, please hit that like and subscribe. This is the first of hopefully not many "oops, I made a mistake" videos. But yeah. Anyway, as always, guys, be kind to each other. Nothing but peace and love. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks.